Hi, I'm Jason We're here at the courts in Springfield for the 32nd annual Ozarks basketball preview, and I'm here with Kayley Frank, one of the dynamic duo out of Strafford. So, Kayley, your sister's not here. Dynamic duo, are you Batman or Robin?
Batman.
Well, of course, yeah. Her sister's not here. We can get away with that. But so tell us what it means a little bit to be on the cover of the 2018-2019 Ozarks basketball preview to get to this point where you're being recognized as one of the best players in the area.
It means a lot. Just like being little and having some of my dad's teams, like some of his players being on the preview, I just always looked at it like I want to be there whenever I'm a senior, and so finally getting to actually be on it just means a lot.
And it's now this upcoming season, obviously you're going to be a focal point, you and your sister, a focal point of the team. But what do you see the team doing this year? As you look, just sort of an overview, where do you see your team going this year?
The goal is to make it back to state, and that's what we hope to do, but we just know that we have to take it one game at a time every day, and just keeping everybody healthy is a big thing, and just playing as a team. And so I guess we'll just see how far we get.
Well, you have these 3 state titles in a row. I mean, is this something where you want to share now and let somebody else do it, or are you going to be greedy and take that 4th one?
No, I'd say we'd like to be greedy, but yeah, definitely.
Well, you're on an 82-game winning streak. I mean, so it's something that you go in every game, with that kind of confidence. But at the same time, there's a lot of pressure that goes with that, because even if you aren't actively thinking about the streak, it's been quite a while since you've lost, and that brings a pressure in and of itself because people are watching stuff like that. So as an athlete, when you're going on to how do you block that out of your mind? How do you block the success that you've had to this point out of your mind to focus on the game in front of you?
Well, we just know that what's already happened is behind us, and we just have to keep going forward. And just with the winning streak, we know that we're gonna lose eventually, and if it's this year, it's this year, because we have toughened up our schedule a lot. But I think all those tough games will just help us down the road in playoffs. So.
Well, speaking of tough games, are there any particular games that you're looking at and going, that's going to be a real challenge?
We play Whitfield at home this year, December 15th, and that's probably going to be the biggest game of the season. So, yeah.
And what do you – when you look at that game, what comes into your mind? What do you think about it?
It's just like state championship rematch from the last 2 years, and if we made it again, I'm sure we'd play them again. And twice in a season, it's hard to beat a good team twice, and so it's just a lot of pressure on that game, and we just know that that game is going to be the game of the year.
Now, last season, shot 53% from the floor. You were 45% from outside the arc. So you provide the kind of player that you're inside, you're outside, that when you're on the floor, the defense has to pay attention to you. And so do you ever stop to think whenever they're crashing the boards, you're playing kind of inside, do you think to yourself, hey, I'm going to step out because that's going to pull the defense back and open up opportunities for the rest of the team?
Yeah, I know, if somebody's being doubled or something and I have to step out, then I'll do that. And it just mainly depends, who's on the floor. Sometimes I'll be on the wing, sometimes I'll be inside, and that really keeps, the defense on their heels. And Logan Jones especially, she can do either one as well. And I think it really just keeps the defense on their toes.
Now, you've got your sister, and you guys have been playing together forever. What's it mean to have somebody on the court that you guys have played together so much for so long, you know each other so well? And there's probably times, and I'm just guessing here, but you guys can just look at each other and kind of know what the other one's going to do. How does that provide almost like a little bit of a comfort on the court to know that she's there if you need her?
Like you said, we've always played together. I always know what she's going to do, when she's going to do it. I know what she's capable of doing. So, if I, throw a pass up to her for a layup, I know she'll get it, and I, know how fast she is, so I can just kind of read, and we read off of each other really well, and it's just helped a lot playing with each other for the past, I don't know, ever since we could walk.
Yeah, since you could walk. Well, now, unfortunately, that's going to come to an end because you're not going to the same colleges, right?
Right. I'm going to C of O, and she's going to Mizzou, and it's going to be really different, but I'm kind of excited to see, what it's like.
Well, going to C of O, obviously, good school, good program. When you go into that, obviously, it's going to be different, not being able to look down the court and see your sister there. What about being able to break away and kind of develop your game on your own like that do you find exciting?
I find it exciting because, we've always went to the gym together. It's we always do everything together, and I'll finally be, on my own. And it's going to be really different, but Abby's going to be there too, and I'm going to get to play with her, so that'll kind of make up for not having Haley a little bit.
Now, we've talked about your offensive prowess. I mean, 75% from the line. I mean, when you get the rock, you score. I mean, you do that. But your defensive game, when you focus on your defensive game, what does it mean to be able to, you and your sister, really come in and just kind of control the defensive sets that you play?
Well, we always know, like, who we're going to guard hard and who we're not and who's helping. There's always going to be, like, a couple players that are, like, not, like, all the way out. They're just help. And so that's usually, we know who it is. We know who we want to get up on, who we're not helping on. And we just always have that planned out before the game. And that's how we come in. And
yeah. Well, you averaged 7 boards a game last year. I mean, is it something this year kind of looking to up that a little bit defensively and kind of be a little more work on the boards?
Yeah, I think definitely, especially offensive boards. I know that's how I could get some scoring, and defensive boards. Whenever we get the board and hit out ahead, that's whenever we get transition, and that's whenever we, I don't know. Yeah.
Well, now we talked about your 3-point shooting, your 45% behind the arc. Obviously, when you step out there, defenses have to take you seriously. I mean, if you're hitting almost 1 out of every 2 shots from 3-point range, they can't just go, oh, we're going to let her out there. So when you're out there and you're pulling those single and double teams, obviously as a competitor, you want to be the one to make the big shot. I mean, that's just natural. How do you get into the mindset of going, okay, I'm not in a position to take the best shot. How do you go, okay, how can I develop the offense if I'm not the point person?
I just think, like, just letting it come to you, like skips and just kickouts, and letting somebody else draw the defense, and you relocate and get open, and just letting it come to you and not just trying to force.
Thanks, Kayley. Been visiting here with Kayley Frank of Strafford, all everything, all district, all conference, everything, and a 3-time state champion. Going to be 4, right?
Hopefully.
And she's out here today because we're doing the photo shoot for the 32nd annual Ozarks basketball previews. I'm Jason Word for Ozarks Previews.